Sixers Nation, Sicko Nation, welcome to Run It Back Philly. Here's what we got to talk about. Because after last night, there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter out here. There's a lot of gossip going on. There's a lot of basketball wives energy going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of VH1 style dialogue happening out here, okay? A lot of chit chat about what happened last night, Joel Embiid's behavior on the floor. Was it dirty? Is he a dirty player? You know, let's look at a couple of the plays that people are talking about and really try to, give our honest opinion on it, and then I'll tell you what I think, okay? Okay, I believe the first one that people are talking about is the apparent knee to the man region on Isaiah Hartenstein, all right? Let's just watch it. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all. It's not funny. I'm laughing, I think, in like a kind of like, that was actually very ridiculous type of laugh. All right? Fuck, dude. Shit. Joel, I'm trying to defend you up here, bro. I hit record to try to defend you. All right. Let's just talk about it, okay? So here's what happens. Hartenstein steps in front of him. Joel's running. Right here, he realizes, hey, he kind of stepped in front of me, put his leg out. I'm not trying to bang knees. Just an instant reaction to try to jump around Hartenstein's right leg, okay? And he does that. He hits him with a little swim move, I guess. Hartenstein really steps up there with the right knee. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think, I'm going to be honest, I think Joel felt like Hartenstein put his knee into him, and Joel reacted, with a knee of his own. And, I don't know if Hartenstein actually stuck his knee out there. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to say what I think Joel Embiid was thinking within the moment. And he gave him a little retaliation, and I'm not by any means saying Joel did not kick Hartenstein in the nuts right there, because he 100% absolutely did. And yeah, there's really no defending that. He fucking kicked him in the balls, dude. What am I supposed to say? I don't think I can make this video, bro. There is a point to this video, okay? So just watch till the end. All right, that was play number 1. So far, we're 0 for 1. You got to also keep in mind, this is after 2 games of the New York Knicks playing very, very physical basketball on the Sixers and not really getting called for a whole lot, and the Sixers getting called for breathing on Knicks players on the other end of the floor. Here's the other one that people are very upset about. This is the one that everybody's very upset about. The pull down on Mitchell Robinson. Now, Joel had just, on the other end of the floor, got clearly slapped on the wrist shooting a 3. He hit the shot anyway because he was lights out last night. And the officials didn't call it. He comes back down the other end. OG Anunoby gives him a nice big shoulder, right to the stomach. I mean, and throws the elbow out. So, I mean, Joel's like, okay, no call on one end. Then I get truck sticked. No call. And he's pissed right here. And I know what everybody, I know what Joel said, and I just heard somebody else, Michael Golick or somebody on ESPN, say that he didn't want Robinson to land on his bad knee. So that's not what happened. Let's keep it a buck here. Joel was mad that he didn't get the call on the other end, and then he was mad that he got truck sick by OG Anunoby, and he said, fuck this, and he pulled Robinson down by his legs. That's 100% what happened, because he gave him a shove afterwards, too. It was clear frustration, and he pulled him down by the legs. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at the time. I was yelling at the TV, Joel, you're going to get yourself kicked out of this game. We need you to be in the game. Can you get your head together? Can you get your head straight? I was very upset with what Joel Embiid was doing. That's still, to me, not a dirty player. That's not a player saying, I'm going to hurt Mitchell Robinson. That's a player saying, out of frustration, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to pull you down and throw you off of me. Get the hell out of here. Now, for everybody crying, need I remind you, back in a regular season game, Dante DiVincenzo did the same thing to Kelly Oubre. And we had, pages like Knicks Nation posting, DiVincenzo takes Oubre to the ground by his legs, crying emoji, dead, insinuating, dying, laughing emoji. So it's funny, it's all fun and games when Knicks players do it. When Joel Embiid does it, not so much. Here's DiVincenzo taking Kelly Oubre down by the legs and starting a whole brawl. But that was cool, right? That's just tough, gritty New York basketball, right? That's just what we do over here in New York. We're a bunch of dogs. We're gritty. And sometimes we do a two-leg takedown. And you just got to deal with how physical we play the game. But, Joel Embiid does it. Dirtiest player on the planet. He should have been kicked out of the game, and he needs to be suspended. New York, I like the fact that the Knicks play physical. I was the one saying, I don't want to play the Knicks in the first round. I'll take Boston over New York. I don't want to play that team. They play very hard, very physical, dog mentality type of shit. But I'm just asking you to call it across the board. Keep it a buck here. You want to be, the problem I have with the whole narrative is that you want to be the only team that can do it. That's what it is. You want to be the only team that can do it. You're the 10-year-old bullying the other 10-year-old, and then the other 10-year-old punches the bully in the face, and now you want to go tell the principal. You know what I'm saying? You're walking around handing out medicine, right? All season long. And now somebody gave you put your medicine that you've been handing out all season. They slipped it in your drink, and now you want to call the cops. And I spilled my coffee. Damn it! Keep the same energy, man. Oh, we got more. Don't you worry. For the fans trying to say that Joel Embiid injured Mitchell Robinson on the play, and that's why he's in a walking boot, wrong foot, my guy. Now, the last one that people are angry about is the end of the game, where Joel Embiid seems to take an unnecessary shot at OG Anunoby right here for absolutely no reason, as the Sixers are going to run the clock out. Yeah. Joel was probably still mad about the truck stick that OG gave him in the paint, shoulder to the stomach. Yeah, that's a bad one right there. And the referee is standing right there. And look, here's what I want to say. Were these dirty plays? These were very unnecessary plays, yes. But Joel Embiid feels like he has been pushed, shoved, grabbed, slapped, kicked, the first couple games of the series. And so he came into this game 3 and said, and he even said it in his press conference. He said they want to play tough, they want to play physical. That we can do that too. And that was his mentality, And he answered the call. Again, you want it to be a fist fight? It can be a fist fight. Don't cry when it happens to you. And he really set the tone. Really, he set the tone for the game. And Tyrese Maxey said the same thing in his post game. He said Joel wasn't going to let us get punked. He wasn't going to let us get pushed around. They were trying to shove us around. They were trying to be physical with us, and Joel answered the call. It is what it is. You want to call it a dirty play? Go ahead. I do want to say this, though, Joel. Because now you got Josh Hart talking, you got DiVincenzo talking, you got Hartenstein talking. All these guys are saying, it wasn't a basketball play. There's no room for this in the game. These are dirty plays. Now, Joel, you have put a target on your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for physicality. I'm all for the Knicks playing one way and Joel answering the call and coming out and saying, hey, you guys want to play football? Let's fucking do it. But now there's going to be a target on your back. And by the way, I love these dudes. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. These guys are the exact type of players I would love on my 76ers basketball team. I hope Knicks fans understand that. Actually, I don't care if most of them understand that or not. So I'm never really talking about these guys in a negative light. I'm just saying keep that same energy when it comes back to you if you want to play the game like it's a rugby match. You feel me? Jalen Brunson, on the other hand, I'm losing a lot of respect for him day by day. He's a left-handed Trae Young. He just drives and jumps sideways and backwards and flops the whole game. And then as soon as he stops getting the calls, he doesn't really have an answer, and he's just crying to the officials while the Sixers are scoring points on the other end. But most of these guys I really, really like as basketball players, and I just want Joel Embiid to keep in mind now that you have done something in Game 3 that has pissed off the New York Knicks, you know? And I don't think they're going to come out here and intentionally try to injure you or anything like that. But they definitely are going to have it in their minds of like, okay, you know, we punched, you punched back. You want to play that game? Let's play it. So watch your back in Game 4. You know, I don't want to see you end up getting hurt because of the energy that you just brought to the Knicks team. Although I think the mentality was necessary. Some of the plays were 100% unnecessary. Now you've put a target on your back, and I just don't want to see you get hurt because guys could be out here, you know, trying to take shots at you. At the same time, the officials need to get it under control also. The officials and everybody needs to have probably a meeting with all of these players and say, listen, you know, you can't play the game this way. Should Joel have been ejected? Okay, let's cover that last, all right? Because they're all crying that Joel Embiid should have been ejected and he should be suspended. First of all, how down bad are you that you're watching a basketball game hoping that a guy gets ejected so you have a chance to win the game? To me, that's just you guys saying the momentum is swinging. We're in trouble. Please let this guy get ejected so we have it, you know. You're coming off a little bit nervous now. Sick Knicks fans on social media coming off a little bit nervous now if you want a guy to get ejected and suspended. He's not going to get suspended. He wasn't going to get ejected. At the end of the day, he's a superstar, and the NBA is not going to eject a superstar in the first quarter of a big-time playoff game unless it's like a fist fight. Is that fair? The world's not fair, bro. You know what I mean? Call it what it is. But I just want, I think Joel has now put a target on his back, and, you know, it's, I don't know what Game 4 is going to be, bro. Game 4 is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, and it's brewing. You know, the tempers are flaring, and the animosity's brewing, and this is a rivalry that has been, you know, and this too, man. People always, there's no more rivalries in the NBA. It's not like it was in the 90s. Dudes were out there fighting. Dudes were out there getting it. What are you talking about? Every single year in the playoffs, I see stuff like this. So that's just, you know, old heads that don't watch the game anymore. This is a new rivalry that's brewing. I think it's great for the game. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So let's get it under control a little bit, you know? Be physical if you want to. Foul hard if you want to. But you know, let's think about player safety also. Anyway, there's my take on it. I don't know if I actually answered the question that if Joel Embiid is a dirty player or not. I don't think he's a dirty player. I don't think a dirty player to me is someone that's like, I'm going to go out there and hurt somebody and dive at some knees and shit like that. I think Joel Embiid did some very questionable things out of frustration that I agree, should not have done. In a regular season game, does he get ejected? Probably, but it's the playoffs. Live with it, you know? Man, Game 4 is going to be a bloodbath. I'll see you guys there.